So today I wanted to talk about quality drinks before we move on to quality foods. Since our bodies are up to 60% water, I think it's really important that we have quality fluids going into our bodies. So I have 4 tips today to keep you hydrated. Number 1, don't drink your water cold unless you are really hot and need to cool down. So as an example, if you take an ice cube and put it on someone's arm, they're going to recoil because it's so cold. And the same thing happens in your body. So when you drink really cold water, your cells get really close together and they don't want to let anything through because the water is so cold. They're recoiling just like someone would do if you put an ice cube on their arm. Number 2, space it out. So it's not helpful to drink a bunch of water at one time. It dilutes everything in your body, and your body can only process so much water at one time. So about 3 to 4 ounces every half hour is the maximum. Number 3, don't drink water or any other liquids with your meal. Soda, anything, it dilutes your gastric juices. And your body can't process the food, it can't break down the food that you're eating if there's extra liquid in there. It needs only the juices that it provides to break down your food. So if you want to drink something, drink before your meal or drink a half an hour after your meal to make sure that you get optimal digestion. Lastly, what kind of water should you drink? And the answer to that is distilled water. So distilled water is boiled water. So you have your water here and it boils and the steam comes up and then the steam is collected, and what is left over here is contaminants, maybe minerals, salt, maybe even viruses. And what you have over here is completely clean water. There's nothing else added to it. So that water that you drink, you can buy in gallon jugs, or you can buy in individual containers. Like if you are at a vending machine, Smart Water is distilled water. Now they add some extra things to it afterwards, but it is distilled water. So that would be the best to buy if you're at a vending machine. If you're buying jugs of water, I would just go to a big store that would sell a lot of water. Probably a mom and pop type of gas station. That wouldn't be the best place to buy your gallons of distilled water. So go somewhere where they would sell a lot of distilled water. Or you can make your own distilled water. You can buy a distiller, and it basically does what I explained to you, distilled water, and you can make your own at home. Just make sure that it's stainless steel and there is no plastic involved, because the PVCs will leach out of the plastic and into your distilled water, which is another good point. If it tastes like plastic, it's been sitting on the shelf too long, or the process of making distilled water involves hot water, and if it comes out into the plastic instead of a stainless steel vat and then cooled before it is put in the plastic, then it might taste like plastic, and that case would not be good quality distilled water. So distilled water kind of tastes, some people say it tastes a little flat. It tastes like clean water to me. There's nothing added to it that would change the flavor. And just to make sure we're all on the same page, limiting juices, soda, or pop is not good for you really at all. And water is really the best thing to help cleanse your system, to help your body communicate, to make sure you're staying hydrated. And lastly, just a little note, if you are thirsty, you are dehydrated. You are past the point your body is telling you, please, please give us water. But at that point, you're already dehydrated. So you need to be consistently drinking every day in order to keep your body hydrated. So let's change our food mindset and make our bodies stronger and healthier to fight whatever comes our way. Please email me with any comments or suggestions at dr.lindseysowers@gmail.com. See you next time.